We are not done. This investigation is ongoing, and I encourage anyone with information about this case to come forward and...
Man, this timeline is crazy, man.
I know. So many things.
Yeah.
We never imagined that the shimmer of Diddy's twin daughter's designer heels could leave behind a trail of fire. But here we are, eyes pressed against the velvet rope, watching Jesse and Delilah dash from red carpet straight into the heat of an intensifying federal storm. You can almost taste the unease in the air-sharp, cold Electricast whispers circulate that shadowy blacked-out vans have quietly begun trailing their luxury SUVs. We see it clearly, the twins' identical anklets catching the paparazzi flash. Like strobe lights at a farewell party, while just outside the frame, federal agents quietly scribble notes with hands that never shake. A strange chill creeps in, because the same girls who once glided through Hampton soirees like storybook heiresses are now trapped in a real-life suspense film, one where the villains...
Today, just to tell the truth, so hopefully we can get down to the bottom of this. I'm 100%, the charges against me are 100% false, and hopefully due to time, we'll start to see that.
And heroes trade masks. And even a simple coffee stop might double as an entry in an evidence log. So here we are, standing in the fallout of what was once just another Tuesday until it detonated into federal theater. Investigators in tailored suits reportedly swarmed Diddy's LA estate just after sunrise, rifling through velvet-lined closets packed with couture gowns, pausing at a pair of passports inked with one-way stamps that read less like vacation logs and more like escape plans. The buzz, those travel docs were primed, not for pleasure, but for a possible midnight sprint out of the empire before it collapsed like a sugar glass chandelier. Online detectives went into overdrive, where Jesse and Delilah prepping for a silent getaway. Across international waters was the switch from glam to ghost already in motion. We shivered at the image-matching luggage, glossy airport selfies masking teary-eyed goodbyes just out of frame. But it didn't stop there. A source close to the raid claimed that hidden in the twins' glam room, nestled between lash glue and contour palettes, was a discreet, pen-shaped listening device, high storage, sleek design, allegedly capable of recording weeks of private audio. Now, the question burns, did the girls plant it to log whispered phone calls in real time? Or were they unknowingly harboring a device someone else used to trap conversations worth millions in hush money? We picture them laughing over outfits, completely unaware that a silent witness was capturing every word, until a gloved hand tucked it into an evidence bag marked Exhibit A in her lawsuit. Cassie described abuse and coercion at the hands of Diddy, and now that contrast is impossible to ignore. One day the twins are uploading sunset yacht reels. The next they're trending for all the wrong reasons: FBI surveillance, sealed subpoenas, obstruction whispers. The digital sparkle clashes so violently with the real-world heat that we can hear the split. We sip the tea like everyone else, watching emojis in their comments mutate from hearts to side-eyes and fire to fallout. They once floated through ballet recitals for billionaires, and through a Sweet 16 bash with a DJ flown in from Tokyo. But now their feeds look more like exhibits than celebrations. Fans once adored the matching silk pajamas and juiced toasts over Saint-Tropez seas. Now, those same followers accuse them of flaunting privilege while their last name makes headlines under words like racketeering and human trafficking conspiracy. Then comes the next jaw-dropper, a late-night leak from an alleged insider who claims that during the March raid, feds demanded Jesse and Delilah immediately hand over all travel documents. Why? Not just to track movement, but to block any potential offshore cash moves or high-profile disappearances behind diplomatic curtains. One blogger says, Jesse held her chin high and declared, "I don't run from anything," but witnesses whisper that her hands trembled when agents drew closer. We weren't there, but we can hear the echo of manicured nails, nervously drumming marble countertops as passports slid across them like chess pieces on a battlefield. Then there's the smoking gun, or should we say lipstick cam. Word is the device wasn't found by accident. Agents were allegedly tipped by encrypted chatter referencing a glam room gadget, a so-called lipstick cam possibly used to record secret meetings about laundering money overseas. Rumors say the tape includes voices you'd recognize instantly. We picture a forensic tech, earbuds and freezing as the first clip plays. Champagne clinks, low laughter, and then clear as crystal baritone voice plotting offshore transfers. Maybe the girls thought it was a toy. Maybe they didn't think at all, but once the feds plug in, playful becomes perilous. And just like that, even your glam room isn't safe anymore. We can't talk about Diddy's unraveling empire without stepping back into the long shadow of Kim Porter. Name that still floats through this saga like a ghost in velvet. Her death in 2018 was ruled natural causes, but to those who knew her, that chapter never truly closed. They described Diddy as mesmerizing but suffocating. One insider once told a radio host that Diddy could freeze an entire room just by glaring at a single strand of hair, out of place staring at Kim until someone fixed the curl. Sounds petty, but we feel the chill of control in that detail. And control, we've noticed, is Diddy's favorite chord played over and over. Then there's the corkscrew story. Kim allegedly defending herself, catching him on the wrist, drawing blood dangerously close to an artery. Her lawyer, Suzanne Kimberly Bracker, didn't mince words. She accused Diddy of obsession, even hiring private investigators to tail Kim's every move. That obsession, she claimed, throbbed beneath every picture-perfect post, every red carpet kiss. We revisit Kim's death with fresh eyes. Now, online sleuths tug at red threads, connecting missing devices, sealed flash drives, and digital breadcrumbs that may have outlived her. Could Jesse and Delilah be carrying those same ghosts unaware, or worse, terrified? The gothic vibe intensifies with whispers of offshore accounts opened in their names. Years ago, it sounded like financial foresight. Today, it reads like an escape hatch blueprint, Starfish Trust, Twin Star Holdings. Innocuous names allegedly hiding millions. And now, with Diddy behind bars awaiting a May 2025 trial, those offshore ledgers tick like time bombs. Are the girls trying to move funds before asset freezes slam the doors shut? Or were the accounts already drained and blasted into digital deep space? Private jet watchers lose their minds tracking a mysterious Gulfstream departing Nassau and landing in Zurich hours later. Was that Plan B already in motion? Meanwhile, Jesse and Delilah's Instagram feeds swing between soft defiance and encrypted distress, a pastel sky captioned about the horizon, a cracked mirror emoji, and silence. We read them like coded diary entries. Are they signaling collapse or crying for help? Some sources inside their world say the twins feel surrounded. They know prosecutors are circling, prepping to question every past voice memo, every late-night whisper. Imagine being barely 20-something, draped in couture, while secretly rehearsing testimony that could send your father to prison for life. Prosecutors reportedly believe that girls could complete the puzzle confirming money trails, late-night movements, private conversations. But cooperating means choosing justice over dynasty. It means abandoning the family brand for life in witness protection under fluorescent lights in a nameless suburb. No galas, no brand deals, just silence. And then the paparazzi scream your real name outside the courthouse anyway. That isn't just a hard choice, it's a cinematic tragedy. Meanwhile, Diddy just spent his first birthday behind bars. Champagne, toasts, no yacht parties, just steel bars and court dates. His lawyers begged for house arrest, offering 24/7 security and a $50 million bond. The judge refused, citing risks of witness tampering. He didn't say it, but we hear the subtext. Even a birthday message to Jesse or Delilah could be read as manipulation. Imagine being their age, opening a voicemail from your dad, wondering if the FBI already has it logged as Exhibit B. And then, the final shiver. Word hits that tapes are being shopped. Not just leaked shopped, someone in Hollywood was allegedly offered one of the videos, a clip, a conversation, a bombshell in a flash drive. And just like that, this stops being a story. It becomes evidence. We loop back to the chilling Kim Porter theory that refuses to die. Her friends say she never would have written a memoir. She wasn't the tell-o type. Yet in 2024, an alleged manuscript suddenly appeared on Amazon, exploding. With tales of flash drives, hidden tapes, and secrets locked behind velvet curtains, the so-called publisher told Rolling Stone, maybe not 100% is true, but maybe 80%. 80% of what exactly? Enough to rattle witnesses. Enough to terrify the twins into believing they're next on some list of women who knew too much. Inside prison walls, Diddy reportedly plays chess with crypto villain Sam Bankman-Fried. We imagine him crafting in-games, planning moves to protect the kingdom remotely. But outside, the world pivots. Liquor brands distance themselves. Streaming giants quietly scrub his tracks from curated playlists. And if the cash slows, what happens to Jesse and Delilah, whose skincare routines and closets cost more monthly than most people's yearly salaries? Suddenly, those offshore trust funds don't look like luxuries, they look like lifeboats. And speaking of lifeboats, whispers circle about a sleek, unnamed yacht moored quietly in Bahamian waters. Word is, the captain's manifest includes 2 initials JC and DC that match the twins. Coincidence, or is that their pre-booked route to a tropical country with no extradition treaty? We scroll through maritime law blogs at 3 a.m., reading how one wrong island hop could leave U.S. subpoenas stranded in legal purgatory. But satellites don't sleep, and a single Instagram geotag could unravel everything. Meanwhile, civil lawsuits erupt like landmines. One man says he was forced into humiliating clothes at a 2015 party Diddy hosted, claims Beyoncé and Jay-Z were present. Their reps call it fiction, but the court calls it admissible. Freak-offs, secret tunnels, party favors that sound more like criminal tools than luxury experiences. Even if Jesse and Delilah weren't there, prosecutors could still argue they benefited from the proceeds or knew more than they said. That's where legal terms like conspiracy and beneficiary enter with a chill. Online skeptics ask why the twins stay silent, why no defense, no denouncement. But we suspect lawyers warned them. Every word is evidence. Still, silence becomes its own headline. Are they complicit Erica Zor trapped daughters? Paparazzi shots turn into puzzles. Jesse, at a gala, smiling until a reporter shouts, "Have you talked to federal agents?" The smile flickers. Security swarms. Light-breeding hobbyists swear she muttered, "No comment." And just like that, TikTok runs with it. We enter the storms. Prosecutors must hand over all discovery before year's end. Surveillance stills, call logs, and yes, possibly, those lipstick cam audios. If Jesse or Delilah's voices show up on that tape, their lawyers have a choice. Go public first, or risk being blindsided in court. Picture this: late-night meetings in skyscraper law offices. Lawyers urging deals before sentencing gets locked. Help us, and you walk. Hinder us, and you fall. That's the pitch. Cold, final, and real. Whispers claim Delilah clings to dreams of fashion lines' mood boards labeled Twin Legacy. Jesse, the planner. Rumors say she keeps thousands in emergency cash stuffed inside a Birkin, just in case. They don't want to betray their father, but they also hear the gavel coming. 20 years, 30, life, not just for him, for their own reputations. Federal agents, we imagine, are practicing their lines. They know how to sell protection, new names, new passports, new lives, but they also know how to promise prison. One path leads to tell-all deals and Netflix specials. The other ends in being remembered as silent daughters in a crumbling empire. And haunting all of it, every deal, every whisper, is Kim Porter. I'll be sure still publicly wonders if she was taken for planning to do what Cassie later dared. Tell the truth, whether that's fact or fear. It's become part of the lore. A ghost breathing through courtrooms, studio walls, and now, through the twins' glittering silence. Could history be gearing up to repeat itself this time with the twins? The feds certainly seem to think so. Prosecutors point to Diddy's alleged jailhouse three-way calls as evidence of ongoing influence, sending coded instructions cloaked in sugar-slick nicknames. We shudder, imagining soft-spoken terms of endearment, carrying veiled commands. We've arrived at the precipice of the present where each sunrise feels like the day Jesse and Delilah must choose their legacy. The newsroom tickers stay lit. Fans scroll with bated breath. Yesterday's inner circle morphs into tomorrow's state witnesses. Somewhere, a yacht captain checks the fuel gauge. Somewhere else, a prosecutor circles yet another key transcript. And in a penthouse closet, two matching gowns shimmer beneath the overhead light sequence, catching moonbeams like paparazzi flashes without the noise. This is where our tours through glitz, grief, and government subpoenas lands with the empire. Swaying, the twins standing at the fork, and time refusing to blink. Will Jesse and Delilah break the blood-bound silence and testify? Or will they grip their designer luggage and vanish into a sunrise painted by private jet trails? Drop your wildest prediction in the comments below, because tomorrow's headline might make you look like a prophet, or leave us all blindsided. Until next time, stay sharp, stay bold, and remember, in a tale where subpoenas glitter harder than jewelry, truth always steals the spotlight, even if it burns our eyes. Catch you on the next one.